Okay, so if you're watching this video, we are officially on day 2 of our 12 bar blues lesson, and you feel like you have mastered the other 12 bar blue lesson that I did yesterday, which was the format of listening to it and hearing where those chord changes are. If that was still too hard for you, then feel free to do yesterday's lesson again and just practice those chord changes and practice knowing and listening to where each one of those changes is happening and making sure that you know exactly what letters to play when. Today, if we're going to go on to our next one, to go a little bit further and deeper into that, what we're going to do is actually learn how to play on a digital piano that I found, and we'll see how this works. I've done it a couple of times. It feels a little bit tricky, but I wanted to see if maybe some people can do it, and if you can, please email me and tell me if it worked or if it didn't work. This is all brand new stuff for me, right? Trying to do the best that I can. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera around so you can see on my computer how we're going to, now that we know kind of how the 12 bar blues change and how to count it, can we actually play along with it without the use of an actual piano. If you have an actual piano, or if you somehow have a xylophone at home, then feel free to use that. But I'm not expecting you to know that. So all of these links that I have are going to be on my website on the week 2 lessons page. So anyway, I'm going to turn this around to show you what I'm looking for. Okay, so this link is called the C-Jam Blues Play Along, if you can see it right there. What it's going to do is it's going to play the video that we're going to try to play along with. So there's a little bit of an introduction, and then I also, if I make this bigger, if I pan out a little bit, I have the 12 bar blues actually written right there to help us. So we're going to go ahead and play it and just practice listening first. Ready? Here we go. There's a little bit of a count off. 1, 2, ready, go. And C, 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 C. Now we're going to change. F, F, C, C. Then to G, F, to C, to C. Then it starts over. C, C, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, back to C, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, and then it stops, a little dramatic interlude. Wait till it counts you in again. 1, 2, ready, go, C, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4. And you can do the whole song. It goes on and on forever, but we're not going to do that. We're actually going to use this virtual keyboard I found. Now again, I have this labeled on my website, so just go to this website. It's the Virtual Online Piano, okay? Now, for this, there's a couple of options I want you to think about up here. It says single notes, so make sure it's the single notes, but we're gonna take off that sustain check mark because it just makes it sound better. Now, what I like about this is, look at this. We have, if we look at C right here is what we're gonna use, and then we have F right here, and then we have G that's right there. So we're going to go ahead and use the mouse clicker for those. You can also use this C, this F, and this G, which actually I think I'm going to use these ones, but you can use the bottom ones as well if you want to. So again, when we're playing the 12 bar blues, doing it C, 2, 3, and then you're going to click 4 times. Right? C, 2, 3, 4, and then that's one box. And then we go to the next one. C, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, and then F, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, and then down to C, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, then up to G, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, C2, 3, 4, C2, 3, 4. And if you just need to, and then you go back to the beginning. So if you need to just practice on the piano doing it, that's great. Just do that for a couple of times through today. And once you hit your 15-minute maximum for the lesson, you're good to go. If you feel like that was really easy and you mastered it and want to go further, what you can do is actually start the video in another tab. So we're going to start C-Jam Blues in this tab, and then once it starts playing, go to the other tab and you can actually play the piano along with this video. Okay, here we go. Oh, let's start it first, Miss Baker. There we go. 1, 2, ready, go. And then you repeat it. And then that is all that you really have to do. You can play the whole song if you want to. Something even cooler that I found is if you go from single notes to major chords, which is what we were going to do, but we're not going to have time because we don't have instruments with us. When you click C, it actually makes a chord. It stacks on other notes to make it sound richer and deeper. Isn't that cool? Okay, and then if the clicking's getting a little annoying, look up here and you see how in order to play a C, it says a U on the keyboard. So I can play a U, and then for the F that we need, that's the P, which is just really right here. So we can go, and then when we want the G, we're actually gonna come to the little key that's next to the P. So again, if that's confusing and not, it's easier for me to do because then I can switch a lot easier. So it's kind of more like playing, but if that's too complicated and you want to do the mouse clicker, it'll work either way for that. So do a little bit of practice with this, fool around with it, and if you feel like you are successful, please let me know in the comments next to your Google Doc that you're going to be filling out to show me that you have participated in this activity of your practice today, okay? And if that was way too complicated and you want to go back and do the first lesson, then go ahead and do the first lesson again and just write in there that you did that lesson again, but that you did your 15 minutes of practice for music today, okay? I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your week with art and PE, and I will see you for week 3 of lessons next time, okay? All right, bye guys.